Vehicles run our world. Humans use cars to commute to work, meet family and friends, and visit faraway places that couldn't be reached by foot alone. From the very beginning, the majority of vehicles that are present on roads have been run by combustion engines. A combustion engine burns gasoline in order to produce power to move a vehicle. This means that each and every vehicle has burned gasoline, which inversely means they release CO2 emissions. Due to the massive climate crisis we are in right now, car companies have avidly been trying to research a way to significantly reduce or eliminate these emissions altogether. Instead of using a combustion engine, the electrical vehicles run using electric motors, which do not release any greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Car companies like Tesla Motor Group or Volkswagen Group have started to electrify their vehicle lineup. This adaptation of electric vehicles is great for the future. However, it will be difficult to support such vehicles as of right now. Our world simply cannot afford it, especially poorer third world countries. While this may seem like an instant alternative to combustion engines, electric vehicles have a lot of factors that are overlooked by the majority of people. Such factors include the practice of manufacturing lithium-ion batteries in a factory, which releases significant amount of carbon dioxide. Taking all of the pros and cons into consideration, are electric vehicles really the right move for our future? Japan has implemented hydrogen vehicles into their country and rejected the use of electric cars completely, regardless of the hydrogen technology being so new. This roots from a deep issue occurring in Japan at the moment. Because Japan is a country with water surrounding it on all sides, they have little to no source of fossil fuels. If Japan were to be by itself, there would be no way to power such a power-hungry country, even without the cars. To remedy this energy crisis, they have been heavily relying on other countries to export crude oil to them. Countries like Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Russia have been huge exporters of crude oil and have been supplying Japan for years on end. If Japan were to use electric cars, their expenses for importing crude oil would be greatly increased and their economy would struggle. On the other end, if a war were to ever break out between these nations, Japan wouldn't have any options to power their country and there would be an insane power deficit. As a solution, because of their access to water on all sides of the country, hydrogen production has been a viable option for Japan to self-produce energy. So it seems that hydrogen vehicles are actually a smart idea to make Japan more self-reliant and approach carbon neutrality. Japan is renowned for car companies like Toyota, Honda, and several more. The vehicles that they manufacture follow this idea of promoting hydrogen vehicles. Initially, prior to the year 2020, they have been implementing hybrid vehicles, which still use a conventional combustion engine but have an electric motor that is recharged while driving and can be used without the combustion engine at times. While this is a great option to reduce carbon emissions, there is still a combustion engine, which emits carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Hydrogen vehicles eliminate dirty emissions completely while running on a clean, renewable source. Moreover, unlike any other element in our world, hydrogen is the most renewable and can be generated from anything from wind power to solar power. While electric cars are as clean as hydrogen vehicles when being used, the production and recycling process of hydrogen cars are much cleaner than that of electric cars. Electric cars indirectly emit tons of carbon dioxide and other dangerous fossil fuels when being produced and recycled due to lithium-ion batteries. Hydrogen vehicles do not have to worry about lithium-ion batteries at all. From a convenience standpoint, hydrogen vehicles have the potential to surpass the convenience of electric vehicles. On top of daily uses, hydrogen vehicles are able to serve as a power source to something like a portable home. Honda Global has a mission to aim people towards a hydrogen society, where hydrogen can be cleanly recycled and everything that requires power can be cleanly generated. Honda Global states the following on their website. Honda has on the one hand been developing fuel cell vehicles and on the other has pursued its own research and development of hydrogen stations that efficiently generate hydrogen from renewable energy as a low carbon technology to generate hydrogen for use. Electricity can be stored in batteries, but large capacities cause problems. Electricity is normally generated at power plants and is constantly supplied based on usage forecasts. Hydrogen, once generated, can be compressed and liquefied for storage and transportation in fuel tanks, so fuel cells need only generate the necessary amount of electricity where and when it is needed. Energy can be efficiently utilized without waste. Because hydrogen cars have better sustainability and production, they automatically have a stronger link for the future than electric cars or conventional combustion engine cars. Either way, our world will become a better place when we are doing everything we can to prevent climate change from permanently doing any more damage to our planet, regardless of the approach.